What's going on, everybody? Today's episode of the podcast is brought to you by G Fuel Energy. Right now, if you use code DannyD at gfuel.com, you'll receive 10 to 30% off at checkout, and using that code directly supports the content and this podcast. There is a ton of good flavors to choose from, so if you're not sure where to start, check out some of the reviews on my YouTube. That might get you on the right track. Today's guest is somebody I'd consider a pretty big YouTuber. You may have in fact seen some of the clips from his videos without even knowing it. And if you've been watching my streams on Twitch, we've been reacting to a lot of his videos on there. Please welcome Parker from Life of Luxury and Luxury Dark. We're recording. So, what's up, man?
How's it going?
How's life?
It's pretty good, pretty good. Yeah, I appreciate you wanting to do an interview and stuff. I feel kind of honored, not that many people want to talk to us, it seems like. So
I feel the same way talking to you. I'm a big fan of the videos. I've been like binging them lately on my streams, and people they love them. So
oh yeah.
Yeah,
what's the last one you watched on there?
So I cut my stream early a little bit today because of doing this, because we had the original time. And I told him, I was like, I'm gonna have this guy on, and so we watched, I think, because we've watched all of them, pretty much. So I found one that we hadn't watched yet, and I think it was the buying a haunted doll, I think is the one that you guys got.
Oh yeah,
that was like it's an old one, but it was good, man.
Yeah, and that was a quick one. At that point, we were starting Luxury Dark. I think that was like the second Luxury Dark video we did.
Yeah.
And kind of just at that point, Luxury Dark was just more of like a startup, so we didn't put that much effort into making things look like sweet, and it was kind of, we weren't taking it as seriously back then. But yeah, that one might hold up a little bit still.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, we got a good kick out of it. It's the little things, man. Like Chester, he like walked away or something like that, and you're like, you're just like your dad, and like we're all cracking up. Like it's just stuff like that, man.
Yeah,
I like that type of humor. So
yeah, he didn't want me to put that in. He's like, bro, cut that line out. Don't put that in. I'm like, no, it's funny.
So
it's the heat of the moment,
Yeah, I mean it's improv, a lot of it, man. That's so just to give you a little background on like why I was interested, I got out of the military to go work in the film industry, and then when like everything shut down, I ended up not doing that, and instead I ended up doing all this stuff.
Right, yeah.
But I still plan on doing that. So the whole like filmmaking process really interests me, and I really get nerdy about it. So I could see how much effort you guys put into it. It's awesome.
Yeah, we definitely are tryhards when it comes down to it. And both Chester and I are kind of just like perfectionists, so sometimes it's really important for us to spend maybe too long on something that we could have done in a shorter period of time, but we're doing the best we can. I appreciate it.
Have you ever been on a set before?
No, not really. I don't think I ever have.
So they'll literally shoot like the same two lines in a conversation like 20 times.
Yeah, so, no, I've never been on like an official like set or any of that before. So I know like there's like YouTube spaces and stuff that people go to, but like for the type of things that we make, like we've never really needed to go onto a set. But yeah, it's definitely a different world. So yeah, we're definitely probably more like unconventional, but
well, it seems to be working, man. You guys are killing it. You got two channels that are one's at like 2.5 million, the other one's at like 4.5.
Yeah, we have Luxury Pranks and Luxury Dark and Life of Luxury, and we also have Luxury Light, which isn't as popular.
Yeah, I think I looked at that one.
Yeah, so we're actually at 4 channels, but Luxury Pranks and Luxury Light don't really get any care. Luxury Pranks is kind of done. We moved on. We're on a different channel now, so.
Yeah, it was that because of like, because I know there was all kinds of videos that were starting to get like demonetized and stuff, so a lot of people moved away from that type of stuff.
Yeah, we actually lost our heads on YouTube on Luxury Pranks, and it was kind of brutal because we went from being able to like do this and like make a living. We were like both still like in college at the time, and we went from like being able to like make a living making videos to like $0 like overnight. So we had to like kind of just like start again, and we're like, I mean, like, what can you really do? It is what it is, you know. We just had to start again and just put an effort into different things and just try to more closely abide by the community guidelines, and pretty much only option we had.
Yeah, I mean, good for you guys though. I mean, you guys definitely pulled off switching gears because I know a lot of YouTubers they kind of just give up when that happens. So, props to you, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's about if you try hard enough, then anything's possible, right?
Yeah, I mean, I like to say that
Yeah.
because I try to work my ass off. So,
We had to go ham for like a little bit though, like even on Life of Luxury, making new content because like I said, like we went from like being able to make a living to like nothing like overnight. So we like had to like just really try really hard to pick up momentum as fast as we could because we both weren't like too stoked on what we were studying like in school, and we kind of, wanted to be able to keep making vids.
yeah. I do Twitch, YouTube, and then TikTok is really what kind of drove me to do all of that. And so I like diversifying like my income with that stuff because being full time and I got a wife and a kid, so I definitely have to like.
So it's so do you like make money off of TikTok?
Yeah, they have a creator fund. You guys do have an account on there, right? That's not somebody stealing your content.
It depends which account you're referring to. We have
It
an
has
account called Luxury Dark. Yeah,
yeah. There's one that has like almost 800,000 followers on there. So I figured that was you
that's
guys.
it's probably ours, but there's a lot that aren't ours.
Okay. Yeah. Well, if you guys join the creator fund, I mean, I've been paying rent with TikTok for like the last 4 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have that. I don't know how to do that, so we haven't really
I could
messed
show
with
you.
that too
It's
much.
it's yeah, I could help you out with that if you
Um,
want.
yeah, we knew that, there's potential to make money on TikTok, but I don't know. We just kind of used it as like just a means of like promotion, just get people to watch our videos, and we encourage people to upload like our videos on TikTok because it helps us get more traction on our YouTube. But in terms of actually trying to monetize content on there, we like never did that.
Yeah, they pay you. I think it's like $30 for every million views or something. So it's something.
30 per million? That seems a little bit high, man. Like I heard it was like kind of lower, right? I heard it was like
A lot of people complain and they say it's not enough, but if you're posting like 6 videos a day, like me, then it all adds up, and it's for 3 days worth of views.
right,
So
yeah, yeah. I want to know. I've honestly never messed with it, so I usually just whenever we make a new video, I just try to make a couple TikToks on it on
yeah,
from it, and just try to cut out some things and just kind of slap it on there and hope it gets views to get more traction to the video, but it doesn't always. That's why I always encourage people to post their content because you have people who just like sit there and like just like put themselves in the corner, and then like it'll end up going like ultra viral or something. So
yeah, I think that's actually how because I had seen one of your videos before, but I didn't like dig too deep, and then I think on TikTok somebody had posted one and it was like, uh, it was some goofy thing like when mom doesn't like give you cookies after dinner or something, and it's just like the
oh
dude
yeah,
smashing
yeah,
his head into the door, and she's
yeah.
screaming. So I think it definitely helps, man, to like promote your stuff for sure.
Yeah, it's like helped us a lot. It's like crazy. We've gotten like such big like view boosts on YouTube from like people just posting our content on TikTok. It's actually unbelievable how much traction that led us to get like on YouTube in 2020. Um, yeah, but then like that's just like a whole nother world for us, like TikTok like
Mm.
content. Like we don't like we've never like made like even like a real like TikTok that's like however many seconds. I don't know how long they are. We just kind of just the content that we already created on there. But maybe in the future, who knows? Maybe we'll get to maybe that's the next step
Yeah,
in getting into TikTok, doing things just for that.
yeah, that'd be cool, man. It's definitely bringing your guys' type of content and stuff like that to TikTok would definitely be a game changer. I don't think I've seen anybody do anything like that.
I mean, I'm
So
sure there's people who do like scary like TikToks or something like that, but I mean,
a lot of TikToks are people like talking to their phone, maybe telling a story that's creepy or
it's
conspiracy
very
stuff.
difficult. It's very difficult to be dramatic and get like a cinematic element on TikTok just because of I don't know, just the way the app is. So it's
Yeah.
much easier to. I mean, obviously we customize the style of content we make to fit like YouTube. So
Mhm.
uh, with TikTok, if we were to actually get into it, we would need to start thinking of things a totally different way.
Yeah.
Again, it does seem like our content has been working on TikTok
Yeah.
in terms of being reposted and whatever. So
Yeah.
I can't complain.
I mean, 800,000 for not really putting like, it sounds like too much effort into it. That's pretty
Oh
damn
yeah,
good, man.
it was like weird. It was like I made like the TikTok profile and then I got like 800K in like the first like maybe like 2 days. And then yeah, and then that was like it. Then we didn't really grow that much, like maybe like another like 50K, whatever you call them on TikTok follows, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
Followers.
yeah, we've been a little bit slow like in the growth on TikTok because it's like, dude, like if we make a video and you know we're only releasing a video every couple months or something, like it's tough to get that many TikToks. And I don't want to like the thing is like with our videos, it's like there's like scary scenes and there's scenes that lead up to it. And the only things that are going to work on TikTok are like the scary things, you know, because people are looking
Yeah.
for
It
faster type
grabs
of
you.
content. So
Yeah.
it's not like I can make like 7 TikToks out of like a video or something.
Yeah. I totally get that. That makes sense.
I always think that it's better not to upload at all than to upload something that
Like a teaser.
they're gonna to
Yeah.
upload something that you didn't perfect or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. So what's the relationship between you and Chester? You guys just like really good friends? Like how'd you guys meet?
Yeah. Yeah, we're just good friends. We met when we were young. We were like both maybe like 14 years old when we met, and we met in high school, and we've basically been doing this since.
Okay.
So yeah, it's as long as I've known him, we've been doing this. Probably the first weekend like he ever came over to my house, the what we did was like make a video or something. So been doing this for a while, long before we were getting paid too.
Yeah. How old are you now?
I'm gonna be 24 in May.
Oh, so I'm older than you.
I'm
I know
20.
I don't
Yeah,
look
so I'm
like it.
23 right now.
'Cause I just turned 25 in March. I know I don't
Are you
look like
saying
it.
are you saying I look old, bro? Like I don't know what you're saying. What are
No,
you
no, I'm
saying?
just saying like I'm surprised. Usually people that I get on are older than me, you know, because I'm pretty
Yeah.
young, so and new to all this. So a lot of people I talk to are like veterans with all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
or they've been doing it
I
longer,
know.
you know.
No, Tommy NC or what is I don't know. Some guy who does this. His name is like Tommy something. That's the only other guy I know who even reminds me of what you do, which is like Twitch streaming.
I think I know
But
who you're talking
we
about.
yeah, we were gonna do like an interview or something at some point, but I don't know. I guess time passed and we forgot about it, or I did, or he did. I don't know. We never know how it works. Yeah, and sorry even like to have the delay in getting this interview, man, because like
Oh, you're
today it was
fine.
like, and I said 8 p.m. I ended up running around having to do something.
It's all good, man. Yeah, I don't know if you are okay with talking about it, but like, what do you do outside of content creation as like your job? So you said something about property. So you like
Um,
real estate or?
yeah, I mean uh, yeah, we do like we day trade and yeah, some like real estate, I guess you could say.
Okay, cool, man.
Yeah, I
That's a
mean,
hustle.
it's not as interesting as it could be, but solid investment, you know.
Yeah. So I know you said you don't want to like ruin any of the charm of the videos and stuff. So I don't know how much you want to get into, but when you make a video, how long do you think it takes for you to make it on average? Like from start to
Uh,
finish?
I I would say it completely depends. Like so like you mentioned like the doll video, like that video is gonna take like not a long time at all. That's just like you film it one day and then like the next day edit. But like the way content is now, the biggest like kind of cap we have is just post. So filming doesn't take as long, but kind of editing usually takes probably like 200 hours of like editing. So that takes me, this one it's probably been even more. So it there's a lot of attention to detail, especially even in the post, because that's where everything is kind of laid out. Yeah, I mean, it takes a very considerable amount of time sitting behind the computer.
Yeah, I
Um,
figured. I mean, I
Sorry, I can't give like a more quantitative answer because it's really depends on the video.
yeah.
Like luxury dark like doesn't take as long. Like it takes a long time. There's a lot of detail. We want everything to look, sound perfect, whatever. Um, it takes a long time. The life of luxury is obviously a lot more serious. We're putting in a lot more effort there. But I don't know. It totally depends. And like sometimes like we'll do something and it'll look like really good, and or it'll be like editing something and we'll just try something random and it'll look really good and it won't take as long. And sometimes it's like with the video that we have now, it's like it's already like done, but it's like missing something. So like it kind of sometimes things get delayed a little bit, and uh yeah, it's definitely a full-time job, and everything that we do on the side with houses or whatever, that's just like for fun.
Okay. Well, that's cool, man. Because if you're doing what you like to do, I think that's what's important.
Yeah.
It's the key to
Yeah, I
life,
mean,
dude.
if we didn't have fun like doing this stuff, we wouldn't be doing it at all. Uh, but yeah, like I said, we've been doing this together, Chester and I, since we're 14, and I think I started making videos when I was like 9 for YouTube. So I've been doing it a long time, and I grew up like wanting to do that. And I actually went to school and stuff. I went to school for engineering and whatever, and I just like never was really into that since I was a kid. This is like what I wanted to do, and when I met Chester and we started like doing it together, and it's something that we would be doing even if we weren't making money off of it, just because this is what we do.
Huh. But that's good to hear, man. It's good to hear that somebody's not doing something just for the money.
Yeah,
It's good.
that's when you know you're not. That's when you know you're not watching good content. You gotta be doing it just
Yeah.
because you enjoy making it. Um, like we've had like opportunities to like make more money and use our content in ways to make more money and more frequently upload and do all that. But it's like we take it like really seriously. I mean, we turn down a lot of brand deals, a lot of sponsorships because we believe it like will distract from video. Like even offers for like 45-second ads and stuff will like turn down most of the time because you just really really care about making like a perfect like final product.
Yeah. No, I get you. Because I'm kind of in the same boat when it comes to the getting offered sponsorships and stuff like that. I really have to kind of sit down and think, do I really care about this brand? Like
I see you
what,
got that
you know?
G Fuel behind you.
Oh
Are
yeah,
you drinking
dude.
G Fuel?
Oh yeah, I got. So I kind of exploded on TikTok because I did where like my whole family would be in on like trying different G Fuel flavors or mixing them and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah.
And so they ended up partnering with us, and I do reviews on YouTube for that now. And so I edit those ones myself. I did get an editor for like the gameplay videos and stuff like that,
Right,
or
yeah.
like I have a couple videos on YouTube where I reacted to some of your Life of Luxury videos, and so he edited those.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and those have been doing really good, by the way, man. Like people love those
Really?
videos. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I know. We right now we're just kind of like low supply, high demand. We're just trying to like push out as much supply as we can, but we're really trying not to half-ass things. So
yeah. I
hopefully we'll have some more things soon that we can react to in the very near future.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I never tried that G Fuel either. Is it supposed to be like caffeinated to give you energy and stuff,
Yeah.
or
So the biggest thing is there's like something like 40 flavors or something like that. It's just insane the amount of flavors. It's so they have the cans, which are kind of like a bang, where it's got like 300 milligrams of caffeine, just gets you real wired,
oh wow, yeah,
And then they have these tubs, which is like a powdered version, kind of like pre-workout, but
right, yeah,
yeah, it's marketed towards gamers. It's like it's
right,
pretty
yeah,
much just
right.
caffeine and yeah, like vitamins, But I just
Yeah, I've never tried it. Yeah,
uh,
I know it's extremely popular,
it's
but
blowing up. Yeah, it's blowing
yeah,
up.
I'm like someone who kind of like avoids caffeine. So maybe that's a bad thing, maybe I should start drinking more caffeine, but I'm not huge on caffeine. I don't like the way it makes me feel really. But for in college and in high school and stuff, that definitely would have been something I would have gotten into.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was in the military, people were just pounding those Bang energy drinks, and I was like, man, that's a
Really?
lot of caffeine. And I was in aviation too, so there was like a limit to how much you were supposed to drink a day. But people are
Right,
breaking that
right.
rule all the time, dude.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
just
I mean, it requires a lot of focus,
yeah,
probably, right? I mean,
yeah,
extreme amount of focus, so that's something that
yeah,
probably helps quite a bit.
yeah. But yeah, no, it's pretty it's crazy to see that people are that into something, and you can partner with a brand that you really do enjoy and care about and have fun with. But I really respect the grind when you say that it takes you like 200 hours to edit something, because I'll edit like a 5-6 minute review of a new flavor, and that'll take me like 2-3 hours to edit. For
Yeah, I
like
mean, it's like an everyday thing, man. It's very exhausting at points too. I mean, especially looking at the same project for so long. It's like I think that's why we were having connectivity issues at first was because I had Final Cut open. So I think it was like kind of messing with something on my
yeah,
computer.
it's
It's
resource
like
heavy.
it's like
Yeah,
a project, and there's like a 300 gigabyte like project in there right now, So like it was definitely slowing things down. Yeah, I mean, my thing has always just been like editing. Like I've always just like loved editing since I was like literally like 9 years old is like probably when I started doing it. So I've just always been super into video editing and like the actual like filmmaking was always just more of like a fuel to like feed my like addiction to like editing videos, I guess.
yeah. I
So
mean, I
I can't complain.
I don't really have a lot of fun editing. To me, it feels more like a chore. But I think if I was editing something like you guys do, I'd totally be addicted to it. Because, like I said, I'm really into film and TV. So that,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's definitely not everyone has the liberties to do that, though. I mean, we've definitely had to work hard to get to that point, to the point of being able to make a single piece of content and have a lot of people like be interested in watching it. But if we didn't have the amount of people watching that we did, I'm sure we wouldn't be as meticulous. But yeah, so it's pretty much no other choice. If we're gonna do something, we have to like make it look perfect. If we have that many people watching,
yeah.
spend as much time as possible on it.
You said 300 gigabytes. Have you ever lost a project?
Um, yeah, dude, I've had like my computers like break like in the middle of like editing. Like I've been like trying like well, I've been at the point before where like I've been working on a project and my computer would just like break. And then like instead of like trying to fix it because that would take like a week or something, I didn't have the time, so I'd have to like buy new computers, like not like slow things down. But what we've been doing is we've been bagging things up to like a solid state drive.
There you go.
Like we don't really lose anything anymore.
Yeah,
So now we're pretty good. And if we do lose anything, then it's only a little bit. But
yeah,
that would be extremely frustrating. If I lost an entire project, I would just be like, damn, there goes like a month of my life.
yeah. I mean, so I do another podcast with my brother and another like streamer friend of mine, where it's just kind of talking about whatever. It's like a couple of friends just shooting the shit. And
Yeah.
I this weekend was the first time I ever had an issue uploading it. It for some reason it kept breaking for like the last hour, and so when I uploaded it, the last hour didn't upload, and I was like, man, I was like, that sucks, dude. It's like a whole hour of conversation gone. Like it just doesn't want to. If something's wrong with the file, it'll
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, I even like lost like videos that I made on YouTube in like 2015 to like 2019. Like I like lost like all those like original files. There's like videos that like I made like a while ago that like millions of people watched that like I can't even like watch because I don't know where to find it due to like computers like breaking and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. So have you turned this all into like a legit production? Like it's a straight business?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still just two guys making videos, but I guess technically it's a business according to what we have on our tax filings and whatever, motion
Yeah.
picture or whatever. But at the end of the day, like it's still the same way we did it when we started it.
Yeah.
Um,
Because
we could definitely use more like organization and stuff. The problem is like we don't like outsourcing, we don't like hiring people and stuff like
yeah.
that because we've dealt with a lot of inferior product when we try to like outsource specific things. Like I would try to like outsource like editing, and I would hire like major like editing companies to like help me, and I would just end up with a product that I hate. And we just kind of learned at some point that we just have to do it all ourselves.
Yeah.
And I think it's better that way. I think the project always turns out better when it's just like two guys like, working on it as opposed to like a ton of people, because I think it has more like passion. I don't know.
Yeah, it's your guys' exact vision. You don't have to like explain to somebody and all that stuff. Yeah, makes sense.
Right, yeah, yeah, right.
Yeah, because I mean, with my editor, we've been kind of going back and forth, and we'll tweak things and stuff like that, and it's definitely it's a
Yeah, but
relationship,
then but then
You have
like
to.
I mean, I've been editing for so long, dude, that like it would take longer for me to like explain
Hmm.
to an editor to like do
Yeah,
something than it would to just like do it myself,
yeah,
So,
yeah. For me,
uh,
it's gameplay and like reaction videos and stuff like that. So it's more straightforward. It's not like I'm not telling a story or something. That's completely different.
right. Um, Even something like that, like if you were to give me like a project like that, to like do like gameplay or something, I wouldn't even like know how to do something like that right off the bat. Like I would have to think about it quite a bit. I'm sure I could come up with an excellent
Yeah,
result, but it's a different world when it's like something like that, because you have to be very selective. Like I'm gonna keep this in, I'm gonna take this out, because it comes down to a lot of decision making, I guess. Is this funny? Is this not funny? Um, we're like very like meticulous with like the way we do things, and we try not to like, I don't know, we've like tried to like make content like that before, like playing video games and stuff like that, but then we end up just getting into arguments over what we think we should keep in and not keep in, and then it's just too much work. Just trying to focus on what people like the most right now.
do you get time to play video games right now? Like, are you into any games?
I'm actually like been extremely busy like
I
lately,
feel you.
to the point where it's like I'm literally just running around all day or just going on like calls all day. But yeah, like I definitely haven't played like anything lately. It's been like a long time since I've like sat down and like played a game. I think the last game that I played to like to completion was Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
And that was probably like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. It's been a while.
I've never
Um,
played it, but did you like it?
yeah, it was really good.
I think there's a second one
That's
getting ready
that's
to come
that's why I
out.
played it. Yeah, I know. That's why I played it to completion, because I was like, damn, like this is actually good. Usually I would just try something for like a night or something and then never play it again. But um, yeah, not super into gaming, and I definitely would be if that's what I could do and I had like
Yeah.
more time to do it, because I used to like playing video games like a lot more, but now it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I just have a very heavy workload, so it's just
Yeah, for
I don't really get
sure.
the time anymore.
There are people on TikTok more specifically because I have a bigger audience on there. But the comments I get will be like, "Oh, why do you need an energy drink? All you do is sit down and play video games all day." And I'm like, "Bro, the only time I
Yeah.
get to play video games is when I'm streaming. All the other times I'm editing or, trying to
Yeah, I
spend time
know
with my
exactly.
family."
And that was the thing. Like I was like playing like games and like trying to like live stream them. This is like circa 2018 or something like that. And as soon as I started like live streaming it, it like wasn't fun anymore. I didn't want to do it anymore. Because like it just feels like work at that point. So like it used to be like a way to relax, but then like as soon as I started streaming it, to me, I was like, damn, like this like isn't fun. It didn't feel like I was just playing it for the same reasons I used to. So I just
Yeah.
kind of, I just kind of decided I wasn't ever going to do that again.
Yeah, it feels weird when I play video games not streaming now, you know? Like I'm so
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
talking to like people while I do it.
And
So,
you're missing out on money you could be making too, right? Like, damn, I could be making money right now. I'm like working for free playing this game, right?
I guess, but I feel like people I'm not like crazy good at video games or anything. You know, I'm not hitting trick shots and stuff. So most people
Right. Yeah.
most people come to me because they just want to like hang out. You know, it's more like the personality, I think. So
Yeah.
yeah, it to
Yeah,
me it's
you
just
have a very nice personality, man.
thanks, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, man, I'm gonna be honest, man. I've reached out to some people that were I would consider larger than me, like you, and either
Mhm.
I will get a response or they'll say, yeah, let me check out your stuff, and then I never hear back. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I mean, you were like
Yeah. I
super
mean,
quick to respond and stuff. You seem cool. So
yeah. I mean, dude, I would rather be doing like an interview with someone who's like, your size as of now because it's like, and it's like more real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be, I wouldn't want to do something with someone who's like too big, and that's why like I looked over your things and I, kind of did a little bit of character judgment and I was like, oh, this guy's cool, so we can definitely, I definitely had no problem working something out.
right on, man. So you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but how do you how do you go about finding people to be in your videos? How does that work? Because it seems like it's always different people.
Mm, yeah, I don't know. Let's not get too much into that.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't know if that was something that you were comfortable talking about or not. I know you guys do
Yeah, we
things
should
certain
probably we should
ways.
probably we should probably avoid anything related to
Okay,
production.
all right, sounds good. What about do you watch movies at all in your free time?
No, man, I actually don't really watch like any movies. It's like so funny because I'll have people like say to me, like friends and like family, like, "Hey, I just saw this horror movie. Have you seen this?" And I'm like, "No, like I don't watch like any of that. I don't really watch movies at all.
And
Um, I've never even seen like Paranormal Activity or like any of that stuff."
really, because I mean, watching your
Yeah.
stuff, you would. I feel like everybody would assume that you must be like a huge horror nerd or something, you know?
Nah, dude. I make horror videos, but it's just I've never really gone into like movies. It takes a lot of commitment, because like when I watch a movie, I want to like analyze it to like the fullest extent and like pay attention to every like small detail. So I mainly just like read, like I don't really
Oh, you're into
lie
reading?
too much. Yeah, I mean, it's just like read.
What kind of stuff do you read? Do you read Stephen King or anything scary?
No, actually, not really. I kind of like science fiction. I've been reading a little
Oh,
bit
right on.
of Ray Bradbury lately, and I don't know. It depends,
Okay.
man. It's just depends whatever kind of catches my interest at the time. It kind of varies, I guess. Um, but yeah, it's much more relaxing to me, and it feels much less like work to me than like watching something like on a screen.
Yeah, no, I could definitely understand how that'd be more relaxing and kind of therapeutic than watching a screen when you
Yeah,
stare at a
but
screen all day.
I don't like watch like anything or I don't even read anything like scary or like any of that, dude, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
I've I've kind of watched like a couple of movies that were like kind of like psychological thrillers, and like those are like the kinds of movies that I like. If it's like a psychological like horror, I guess you could say.
Like what?
Um I'm trying to like think something off the top of my head, like something like Creep. It's
Okay.
like that's
I've
like
heard of
a
that.
Creep.
Is that pretty
Yeah,
good? I've
that's
heard good things about it.
I'm just naming a random movie,
Oh,
so I'm not
it's
gonna
not
comment if
good?
it's good or no, I'm not gonna say if it's
Oh,
good or not. It was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I like just kind of have been on like Netflix before, and I'll put on some like psychological horror from like this section or something, and I won't even like
yeah.
know the names of them.
So then like what what
Just as like background noise.
what do you think kind of inspires your style of content then?
I don't know, man. It's just sitting behind a computer watching something over and over again and messing with it until it looks funny or like scary.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean,
It's not as thinking leads to overthinking.
yeah, for sure. So cuz I think your guys' content is like the perfect balance of being funny and but also being pretty creepy. Like I mean, I have people in my chat that are
Yeah.
laughing and I have people who are like, "Turn it off. It's too scary." You know,
Right.
watch
Yeah.
something else. I'm scared. It's 2 a.m. in Australia. You know, they're like,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we try to like, I don't know. I'm more of just like kind of like someone who's just like a filmmaker and just like really wants to like make videos. So it's like whether I was doing something that's scary or if I'm doing something that's funny or something that's dramatic, whatever, it doesn't really matter to me as long as I get to make the video.
Yeah.
Um, Chester's definitely has more of a scary mind, I would say.
So you think he's the
No,
one?
no, I don't know. It's a lot, man.
Is Chester
It's
more
basically
into?
just watching things. It's basically just watching things over and over again until it looks the way we want it to look, and we just hype each other up, and we'll think ideas are good and ideas aren't good, and
Do you guys kind of like? Do you
just
guys? So do you guys sit next to each other and edit?
um. So it like depends, like it really depends on like the project. So basically, the way we used to do it was he would like cut out the parts where no one was talking, and then I would like put everything together with like a rough cut, and then I would give it, and then I would add like the music and sound design, whatever, and then he would like subtitle it and like do that, and then give it back to me, and then I'd
Oh,
finish up and upload it. So,
okay.
but like the most recent video, like I just did like all the rough cuts for it and all that, and I just gave it to him at the end, and I did all the subtitles, whatever, and I'm just like, just go through this and watch it. I've already watched this video thousands of times. If you see something you don't like, take it out, or if you want to add something, add it, whatever. Um, Definitely, I would say I'm definitely more into post than he is. But yeah, he's doing stuff in that area as well.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I guess Chester not being here, I don't want to like start talking about him too much or anything. But what is?
Yeah.
Does he kind of do the same thing as you outside of content creation? You guys do all that stuff together? Like you said, day trading,
I mean,
stuff like that.
we live together, you know. So like
Okay, so you do.
everything I do, he does. So like it's and everything he does, I guess we're always working on the same things and we're always just working on projects like together. So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
What are you guys gonna do when one
we've
of you?
been
What are you gonna do with when one of you guys gets married or something? You're just gonna. So you're still gonna one of you's gonna be a roommate or?
that's part of the agreement, you know. Chester's got to live. No, it's funny. It's funny because we've had many opportunities to not live together, and then Chester's like always like, "Nah, dude, like we have to like keep the bond, you know." Like
I
it's like
I think that might actually be the key, man. You know,
we're a little superstitious, you know. So
I would be, man. You guys
something.
are. It seems like everything you guys put out is doing just crazy good, man.
Yeah, I mean it's crazy. Like we haven't like made a video for the past like few years that like hasn't been like even like the videos that we made like very early on that like weren't good. People like look at it now and they're like, oh wow, this is a nice video. And back in the day, it was like when we were starting out, everyone was hating, you know. So now we've definitely gotten more recognition, probably even more than we deserve, if I'm being honest with you. But um, yeah, we've been successful in terms of keeping people interested. Next step is just being more organized and making changes to business, if you want to call it that, to be able to produce things faster without making inferior content.
Yeah, I mean, the argument that always is going on in my chat whenever I'm watching one of your guys' videos is whether it's real or not. So if they're questioning that, you guys are doing a great job. Because I mean,
Right, yeah.
yeah. So have you watched any other YouTubers who do similar content? Because they've tried to get me to watch Arcade
Um,
Craniacs, and I can't stand it, dude. It's just over the top
what is
cringe.
it?
Arcade
What
Craniacs.
was it? No, I never heard of that before.
They do like those they call them like 3 a.m. horror videos where it's like, oh,
Oh, right, yeah.
going to get the Among Us Happy Meal at McDonald's at 3 a.m. And
Right,
like,
yeah. We really don't watch like me or Chester. We don't really watch anyone else on YouTube. It's funny because they'll be like YouTubers like making videos on us that we won't even like know about for like a year after they made them or something. Like we have no awareness to what other people are doing, and we kind of do that deliberately because I always think that I don't want to be like inspired by like anyone else's ideas,
yeah,
and I also even like with like watching movies and like shows, like we kind of limit ourselves and what we want to watch just because I don't want to watch something on like a movie or something and then like unintentionally copy it or like do something like similar to the movie or something like that. So we try to like be like very inclusive and like not have like any influence from like outside sources.
That's good, man. I mean, it definitely makes your content more original and unique then. And I mean, it shows, so.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like we already have all the knowledge like in our brains to make it. Like we shouldn't need to look to like any other sources for like inspiration. I mean, that's when you know you're not a creative person. Once you start like having to like rip off someone's like image like entirely or type of content. And also there's no place for someone like on YouTube who's just a clone of another person. Anyway,
Yeah.
you gotta provide something to the platform that isn't there. You know, you have to take the market for something that doesn't already exist. So
Yeah.
try to avoid watching a lot of other videos. I know Chester gets into it sometimes. Sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, dude, have you seen this?" And like my answer is always like no, and I never know what the hell he's talking about. But he's not even really into watching like anyone on YouTube either.
Okay. So what's the deal with the sunglasses? Why is Chester always wearing sunglasses? Are you like sensitive to light or something?
And what do you mean?
I don't know.
Sensible.
He's always wearing sunglasses. Like
I
it's
mean,
dark.
it is what it is, man. You know.
No, it's funny, man. Like
Yeah.
which one of the videos, like somebody starts screaming, you guys wake up, and he like turns and sees, and he puts his sunglasses on, and then he wakes you up like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, dude. Sometimes people just do things and we don't always know the answer to the question. I can't even really answer that myself.
Yeah, well, I keep doing it because people keep asking, like, why is he wearing sunglasses? It's dark right now.
I mean, it might even just be one time he wore sunglasses for some particular reason,
And
and
then he
then we
just
were
kept
just
doing
like,
it.
damn, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Maybe that's as deep as it goes, you know.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. Anytime he's not wearing sunglasses, everybody freaks out, man.
yeah, I know. Like one time he was like, "Hey, like I'm not gonna wear my sunglasses this video," and I was like, "Damn, bro, like you always wear them. Like you probably should." And he was like, "Well, let's just try without it." And we tried it, and then all the comments were like, "Where's his sunglasses?" And then we're like, "All right, dude, you're never doing that again." Like I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's just like a kind of like a quirk, I guess.
Yeah,
Maybe there's a deep reason that hasn't been revealed, but
yeah.
maybe we'll get into that in the future more. We'll see.
Oh, okay. All right. So what's your plan for the future with your channels? You just gonna focus more on quality over quantity, like you
Um,
said you kind of have now?
yeah. We actually have like really big plans, and we're actually working on some really substantial projects, bigger projects than we've ever really worked on. In terms of like the specific channels, like I don't we don't really have like plans, I guess, for like the channels. We just have plans for the content that we know we have to make. We're just working on Life of Luxury and Luxury Dark right now, and
Mm-hmm.
um, just trying to really focus on our energy on the content that we create for those channels. And like I said, we're working on some bigger projects than we ever worked on before. So hopefully, by the end of this year or by the beginning of next year, what I'm saying is going to make more sense. But
You guys are coming out
taking
with a
things,
full-length movie, huh? That's
yeah, I don't know. We'll see, man.
I
We'll
can go
see.
see it at the theater. Yeah.
Maybe we'll see.
Well, how does your family react to this stuff? Like, are they just like,
Um, I don't know. I don't really like get in too much like about like my family because it's kind of like I don't know. Like I don't I kind of like uh keeping that world like separate.
I
But I
feel
mean,
you.
generally speaking, I would say like supportive.
That's good. That's important, man.
Obviously, when I was in college, I was really, studying something that I really didn't enjoy studying, and was more so make, family happy and whatever. And I wasn't really thinking like about myself. And then one day I like made the decision to, just commit to this like full time. Um, because I mean, it was kind of weird, man. Because like I was going to college, and like I was already like successful on YouTube, but I was like still like going to school, and like I was like, oh well, I want to keep going, and I want to finish, and got like kind of awkward because like I was like doing well, and it's like I'm sitting in a classroom like learning from someone who's like talking about something I'm not interested in, telling me that I need to know what he or she knows in order to survive in like the real
Yeah.
world. But just got kind of got a little bit awkward. So I made the decision, to commit to it full time and do this and just do this 100% of my energy, because YouTube was always more of just like a side like hobby, where it was like I would be stressed with school and I would like do this, and as like a hobby like on the side, and it was like watching movies like for someone else, like that's like what relaxed me. It
Yeah.
was like creating content. um but now it's definitely a lot more serious. We definitely have a lot more stress now. But yeah, when I made the decision just to like commit to this full time, at first, maybe I would say like my family wasn't thrilled with the idea, but I mean we stuck in there, and now we're doing as well as we can. So, and there's no complaints from anyone else, from anyone in my family anymore.
Okay. Do you get recognized in public a lot?
Yeah, we don't really go out in public that much, but I like definitely do. Like if I go to like Starbucks or something, or like we really just like order like all of our food like in, so we never really even have to go out in public, like either of us. Sometimes like if we're just at like the grocery store and stuff, like it happens.
Yeah.
Then we also live in Buffalo, so there's not a ton of
Oh,
like
okay.
young people and like young families and like people who would be what we would expect to be our viewer, which I would say is anyone from like, I don't know, I don't really know how old our viewers are. We probably have a long range.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
We yeah, it's like it happens like all the time, I guess, at like gas stations and whatever. But we're not like very public people to begin with,
What?
so like it's not really a problem at all. But our neighbors though, that those are people who sometimes have problems with us. Um, that's pretty much the only thing I could imagine,
What
and
do you mean?
not real problems, just like I don't know, just like I don't know. People are territorial, like of their
Okay.
neighborhoods and stuff. So when they see like two young guys moving in who make YouTube videos, we've dealt with a lot of like problems for like
Huh.
no reason realistically.
I mean, I'm not great with locations, but Buffalo, is that New York? Or-
That's in New
Yeah.
York, yeah.
Okay. Is it? Do you feel like it's more of like older people living in that area that you're at? Is that
Yeah,
why?
yeah. I mean, it's a blue collar city, and it's my home and it's my city, and it's very calm and quiet.
Yeah.
I mean, Chester and I were living like closer to like the city of like Buffalo at one point, and we moved like more to like kind of like a more quiet like farm town, but not really a farm town at all, but like closer to like farms and everything. So we really value just like peace and like quiet, and just like that's like how we work the best.
Yeah.
We're not.
Until December. So I did the military for 6 years. The last 4 years I was stationed in San Francisco. I hated it there, man. It's just
Really? Why is that?
so crowded, man. So expensive, crowded.
Really? Yeah, I've been to San
Yeah.
Francisco as well.
Cool
Yeah, I
place to
mean, I
visit,
was young, so yeah,
but
definitely. That's more of a place for a little vacation or something.
yeah.
Buffalo's good because it's a quiet city, and 6 months out of the year it's covered in snow. So it's like you can like work circles around people.
Yeah.
No distraction. There's
You,
nothing fun to do, so no distraction.
you like the colder weather?
No, I don't like it at all. I really despise snow, especially. It gives me like anxiety, being like snowed in. We've like had it before where like there would be like 6, 7 feet of snow like on the ground where we can't even like leave our door.
Yeah, man.
It's like pretty bad.
Yeah, that's a lot of snow. So
Uh,
I'm in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So it snowed here a few times, surprisingly, because I didn't know it snowed here. Have you
right,
seen
yeah.
Have you seen Breaking Bad at all?
Of course, yeah. that's how I know the area only
Yeah,
pretty much, just or what I can picture what it looks like. But
yeah.
um, probably was really hot there though.
Oh
I
yeah,
would
it
imagine.
the range goes. I think it goes from like the tens up to like the 90s. So it's a pretty broad range.
What the weather with the what
Yeah, like the
10 degrees
temperature.
like
Yeah,
that?
10 degrees to
Oh,
like
I didn't even
97.
know that. I just picture it was like hot there all the time, dude. I thought it was like the desert or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. No, I didn't think it got that cold here. So like when it started snowing one day, I was like, "Damn, how much does it snow here?" And then I think the record is like 9 inches or something. So it's nothing
Oh,
crazy.
okay, yeah.
But
Yeah, I mean, when I describe 6 or 7 feet, that's like a one-time like thing. Like most,
yeah,
like the last like couple of winters have actually been pretty mild, where at most there's only 3 or 4 feet of snow on the ground. Um,
even with like the
like
winter vortexes that have been going on.
yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. We don't go outside that much to begin with. You know what I mean? Well, I'll like look at my phone, and it'll be like a week has gone by, and I've been like, oh shit, like I've been inside, like on the computer this whole time, and like I don't even really like notice that. Um,
Gotcha. Yeah.
put up a huge like fence like around our yard, and we had like a really big yard, and put in a dog door. So we have a husky, and he just like goes outside and like runs around, and he really liked the snow. So
I
at least that was
bet.
good for him.
Yeah, the dog that we got a dog. He's about 5 months. Still a little puppy,
What
but
kind of dog?
he's a mutt, but he's got it. We got his DNA tested because we had no idea what he was, and
Oh yeah.
he's got like Labrador Retriever in him, Husky, Terrier, like all kinds of stuff. He's
Oh
he's a
yeah.
yeah, he's a interesting looking dog, but we have no idea how big he's gonna get.
How's he been behaving? Is he easy to take care of?
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. I mean, the only thing is we live in an apartment, so there's no like doggy door.
All right.
Yeah, do you guys have a doggy door?
Yeah, well, like I said, like we put up like a 6 foot like fence like around like our property. Like it's like huge. And we had like a dog door. And now we just moved, so we don't have the dog door anymore.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, it was like awesome because he could just like let himself out at like any time, and like he was like very comfortable and like living the life, and he destroyed that yard, dude. Even my yard now, he digs like the biggest holes in it.
Yeah.
So you can't even like walk in there. He's like super crazy. Um, but it's my dog, It's, you get, and then you're stuck with it for the next 15 years, and that's pretty much how it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, the main thing is because we don't have a doggy door, we'll go to the mall or something and we can't have the dog there, so we'll leave him at home. We'll come back and he's,
Right.
like pooped on the floor or something. We're just like, "Ah, damn it, puppy."
Well,
But
if you're working from home most of the time, I
yeah,
mean, it's like gotta
that
be
it's the only
you're probably
time.
giving that dog a pretty good life then,
Yeah.
I mean, if he has someone with him all the time, I mean, it's better than a lot of people, bro. A lot of people, they go to work, they leave their
Yeah.
dog home alone 10 hours in a cage.
Yeah, dude, I wanted to get a dog so bad in the military, but I just didn't feel like it was right to just have the dog in the crate all day, Just doesn't seem right,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, dude, you can't impulse buy something like that. We've been in a situation before. We had like a house to live in, like when Chester and I were living in an apartment, like there's been times where like we want to get a dog and stuff like that, but we had to really wait until we're set up to like do something like that. And even then it's like we have like so many pets where we're just like we just have way too many pets where
What other pets
it
do you
makes it
have?
like um we have like well, we have the dog, and we have two cats, and we have like a few like stingrays. We have like a snake.
Oh man, I don't do
We have like
snakes.
rabbits.
You guys got
Yeah.
a zoo.
Yeah. We had a pig as well for a little bit. Um, but we gave him to like some like pig farmer or something, because we couldn't really keep the pig anymore. It was making a mess. Uh, yeah, that was actually a video on luxury light that we did with the pig.
Okay, I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it was like we had it for a little bit, dude, and it was making such a mess. Like pigs are about as dirty as like the media would lead you to believe in terms of the amount of like mess they create. I'm not talking about the bacteria on the skin or something. I don't know anything about that. But like pigs are messy animals, dude.
They just get into
And the
everything.
dog, yeah, the dog is like crazy. The dog like will eat like my AirPods. Like he ate like 4 pairs of my AirPods. I've been keep buying like I had to keep buying wallets. He keeps eating like my wallets and stuff like that. And like he knows he's like not supposed to do that stuff, dude, but like he like does it just because like he thinks it's funny or something. But I don't know, it doesn't really bother me that much as long as it makes him happy.
Yeah, I feel like anytime we leave him home when we go out to do something as a family and we can't take him, we come home and he's usually like he'll get into like our shoes or something. You could tell he's like, "You left me
Yeah.
here, so I'm doing this," you know?
Yeah, dude, I feel like super bad. Like if I like leave and like I just picture he's just like sitting there like crying, like waiting for me to like come back. Like that makes me like sad, dude. You know? I like was having some like work done to my house and I had to like have him at my mom's house for like a little bit and like I missed him, dude. Like I don't know, like you think you don't because like he's annoying and you know when you have a puppy they're just constantly annoying but like once they're gone for like a little bit like you start to like miss them like a lot like now that's like the best part of like my day if I have to like run out and do something just coming home and just seeing my dog and really all my animals dude we're really like huge animal lovers so
And you just let your snake like roam free and stuff, or no?
no
I'm
the
just
snake the
I'm
snake is
kidding.
in
I'm
a
kidding.
the snake's in a tank
Kind of
no
snake.
we uh So this snake, I actually bred it myself, and it's a Colombian monster tail hypo jungle boa would be like the full name of it. It's basically just a Colombian red tail boa. Um, yeah, it's like a super specific like morph and like all this stuff. I used to be like super into that. Right now we have like a bunch of rabbits that keep like having babies like
Yeah.
unintentionally. And we run into rabbit problems, you know? Like we'll have like two rabbits or something and then they'll just like repopulate. And we'll go downstairs and there's like seven more rabbits, you know, like seven more mouths to feed. So we definitely gotta get things in order a little bit. We we spend a lot of time cleaning up after animals though.
Dude. You
Don't
could
don't get into it too much.
that could be another side hustle right there, like Chester's Rabbit Farm or something. You just
Yeah, I don't think there's that serious of money in it. But yeah, for the companionship though, it's worth it.
yeah, yeah,
That's
that
what it's all for. It's like I'd rather have a dog that's a companion than like a dog that's gonna like protect me or something like that, you know?
yeah.
I just since we spend so much time like at home, it's just really nice having like all the animals around. It's feels a lot less like lonely, I guess.
You guys just have like a special room where you have all these like tanks and stuff then, or are they just kind of like all over?
No, I mean it depends. Like, so we just moved to this house now. So in the basement, like right now, we have like the rabbits and the snake, which is kind of mean to this snake because we kind of keep like something that the
He
snake
wants to
views as
eat.
prey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't feed the rabbits to the snakes though. Obviously, that would be pretty twisted. Um, yeah, no, we like I don't know, the cats and stuff walk around the house. The dog is mainly just downstairs. We're actually doing like a ton of work right now, putting in like new carpet and like flooring. So we haven't really gotten super set up yet, but the goal is to have the rabbits like upstairs in like one of our like guest rooms, I guess.
Okay.
Make it like the rabbit room.
A rabbit room. Yeah.
It's kind of weird, dude. Dude, they destroy things too. The rabbits are like bad. I used to just I feel bad like keeping them in cages. So I would just have them like run around like the room, you know?
Don't they
And
poop
like they
everywhere
just
though?
like yeah, I actually had to like well you can like litter train them. So ours are like litter trained now, but the ones we had before like did because they weren't. And they just like destroyed like a new carpet that we just like put in. It was like completely useless to have put that carpet in
Did they
because
chew
they
on the
ended up
carpet?
just yeah, dude, they were like eating it and stuff, and they ruined it. Yeah, I had to pay like $700 to have that room like sanitized
Damn.
after like the rabbits. But now the ones we have are like totally litter trained, so
I didn't
it's
know you
like
could litter
really.
train rabbits.
I think they like naturally like want to use like a litter box or something. I don't know how it works, dude. Rabbits are like very innocent animals. It like
Yeah.
feels good. It feels like nice to like have an animal that's just like the ultimate prey. You know what I'm saying? Because it just makes you feel like it's just so like sweet and it makes them like extra cute. You know what I mean? That they are so susceptible to being eaten. But yeah, we like him a lot. And yeah, Chester has like stingrays and stuff, and I don't like mess with his stingrays. Like he takes care of all of that, but he's got like a very loud tank that makes it like unpleasant to go downstairs because there's like a extremely like powerful filter always running
Yeah.
to like keep the water circulating for them. Um, yeah, but in terms of getting animals, like we're like done, dude. I mean, I say
I
this
would
every day. Like, just
I would
no
hope
more.
so.
It's too much. It's too much work, dude.
Ch-
Like, it's way too much work cleaning up after them.
Chester's gonna come home with another pig one of these days. And you're gonna be like, oh, here we go again.
Yeah. I mean, if it happens, it happens. You know, once the animal's here, and once I like get to know it, like, I get attached. So
Yeah.
it's like I can't really give it up. Um, I'm like that, you know, where it's like even when I got my dog and he was like causing so much like stress in my life and like really just ruining my life. Um, it's just it didn't even matter. It's like once you like have any sort of like attachment, it's like I don't know, you can't even
Yeah.
like it just feels wrong to like have that animal go to someone else.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, so our dog will go hang out by the door if he needs to go to the bathroom sometimes, you know? And so
Right, yeah.
if like my wife is busy doing something and I'm in here working on the computer and like my stepson is, in his room or something, then he'll sit there by the door and he'll end up just peeing there. And so sometimes I won't find
Really?
out. Yeah, I won't find out. I mean, it's not his fault. He's sitting there waiting, you know? We had one of these
Yeah.
like, we had one of these little like doorbell things where he could like hit it, to like let us know. And it died after like 2 days of having it. So like, I don't,
Yeah, well, what you got to do is, I mean, I don't know if you can do this, but what we did is he got these like dog doors that like he has like a thing on his collar, and when like he goes near it, it unlocks, and then he can go into the yard. And then when he wants to come in, when he goes near the door, it unlocks and he just comes in. And that way, it's like you have to cut out where the dog door needs to be, or you could put it in the door already. But it's like super convenient. It's
yeah.
way better than letting him out like all the time. Um, but we really letting them out is really not that big of a deal as they get older. When they're puppies, it is
Yeah.
because
It's
they
definitely because he's a puppy, like he can't help it as much. But I usually don't find out till I'm like, all right, babe, I'm going to the gym, and I walk and I step and pee, and I'm like, oh man, but I got to go change my socks, clean it up, and all
do
that.
you have like
So
a yard? Do you have like a yard at
we
your
we
apartment?
we have a small front yard, but I mean, really, we're just so. I mean, you probably know about this. So being self-employed, I have to wait till I have 2 years of tax history to buy a house. So like even with like
Okay,
the VA loan, for like people who got out of the military,
right.
I still have to wait 2 years. So we're just waiting like another year, and then we plan on getting a house. So
Yeah, it's I mean, it's definitely better, dude. Like in every way. We were living in an apartment. We were living in like a nice apartment that was like not even like a cheap apartment. It was like a couple $1,000s a month, which like in Buffalo can like get you like a lot, you know. But it wasn't really in the city of Buffalo. It was like at some suburb. But we like Chester and I, we don't like party, you know, we don't like drink, we don't like do like any of that, dude. Like all we're doing is like working like all the time and just like talking and like thinking about like videos we could do and stuff like that. But like we would just like him and I would be like having a conversation with each other at our apartment like at like 11 p.m. and like the lady like under us would be like banging on the ceiling with like a broom, you know? So it's like just living in an apartment is just so much. There's just a lot of inconvenience to it, and hopefully you don't have to deal with anything like that. But yeah, that
yeah,
does happen. That does happen though. People don't like noise, and it sucks having someone live under you as much as it sucks having someone live above you.
yeah. No, we live in a 3 bedroom, 2.5 bathroom townhouse right now. So we have like an upstairs and a downstairs. So
Oh yeah, so
we don't.
that's like not even an apartment. That's a
Yeah,
townhouse.
it's advertised as an apartment, but I think they call it an apartment just because it's like a real. It's a decent sized complex. Usually townhouses, there's just a few of them, So I think that's why they call it an
Yeah,
apartment.
it
But
looks like whatever room you're in now, you got a pretty nice setup. I mean, it's nicer than
well,
anything I ever had. And
this
anyway.
this right here is actually a window that I covered with like
Oh, right,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It looks completely different without all the panels and stuff. But
Did you paint the walls black?
no, these panels are black already.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So did you put those panels in? Are those like wall panels?
Yeah, so we got like some command strips and like glued the
Oh
command
really?
strips to them
It's
and then put
just
them on the
command
walls.
strips? Damn, dude, I never thought about doing it like that. Yeah, we're like using like mortar and stuff like to like install stuff like that. You're just hanging. There's probably light then, right? You're probably just doing it for like the aesthetic, right?
The aesthetic, and then I mean, so I have it on this front wall. Still have a bunch of panels left, so we could do more of the room. But I'm so there's three rooms that I'm kind of in the middle. So like the master bedroom's in front of me, and then my stepson's room is right back here. And so
Right. Yeah.
he tries to go to bed at night, and then I'm still working. So if I'm recording a video or something like that, it doesn't like wake him up or something. So it helps. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, they look pretty nice, bro. I've been looking at like wall panels on
they can be
like
expensive.
Wayfair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, dude, we put we put so much money into just like renovation and stuff like that. We're just really bad at it, like we try to do a lot of stuff ourselves and we always end up like messing it up and I always got to like hire someone to fix it. Um, but yeah, it's definitely a lot of work, like maintaining like a house or houses really.
Yeah.
Um, but that's the goal, that's what we're hoping to get return from. But the main priority with everything we do is just making videos, and that's everything else is just on the side.
Yeah, that's good, man. So that I mean, for me, I feel like I struggled to find that balance between work and like family life, because I don't want my wife to like divorce me because I don't spend time with her, like
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just tough, man. But like, I know it's just about finding someone who,
yeah.
I mean, it's your wife, so you already found someone, but
Yeah.
she's got to understand that, you
Yeah,
got
she
to do what you
does.
got to do.
Yeah, so she made a TikTok as well, and I think she's at like 600,000 followers, and so she has
Damn.
like her own little community too, and so she started to make money doing that as well. So that definitely like it feels like she's interacts more with it, and then my stepson's in some of the videos, and so
Right,
it really
yeah.
it does feel like the family's kind of incorporated into a lot of it. The YouTube is more of just me, and then streaming is usually just me. Sometimes they'll come in and say
It's
hi, but
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's a different experience, I guess, because like you said, you were in the military and then you wanted to go into filmmaking, and then you started doing this. So like, if you have a wife and like you said you have a stepson, and did you say you have another kid too?
no, but I mean, we'll probably have one in the next like
Okay,
year or so.
but still, it's like there's other people to worry about and whatever. So it gets tough, man. I mean, a lot of this stuff is just about finding the time. I mean,
Yeah,
content creation in general is always just about finding the time. I mean, there'll be things that like I know I need to do at like a house we're trying to sell or whatever, and I'll have to just like pass up like doing it and have to like find people because like I just can't. I just don't have the time, or I'll have to take the time to look and be like, well, I could spend today making this video and try to finish the video, which is actually, you know, going to be good for my company and good for like revenue and everything. Or I could go and paint at like a house that like I don't want to go to. And it's about finding like not so much the balance, but how to like maximize like your like time potential so you can spend
yeah,
as much time possible doing the things that you need to be doing. It's weird now, dude. It's like now it's like if I'm like relaxing, it's like I like feel like I can't. Like I'm just like, okay, this is my
exactly.
like this is the time I have to relax. And it's like feels like I'm always there's like this like shadow like following me that's like telling me like I don't know,
Makes
telling me
me
like you're not doing
anxious.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah,
like you're not doing enough. You need to try harder. Why did you watch that TV show? You could have been editing this and whatever. I mean, it sucks. It's like anxiety that comes from it, and anxiety that comes from like wanting everything to be perfect. Um, regardless, it doesn't really
yeah,
matter. Still love what I do. So
yeah, yeah. No, that's I 100% get what you mean. The last time I went to the movies with my wife, just me and her. Like I was sitting there and like, you know, halfway through the movie, I'm just like looking at my watch. I'm like, man,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
what
it's
am
like
I
not
gonna do
even
when I get out of
fun.
here? Yeah, like I can't like enjoy it
It's not
without
even
thinking
fun.
about work. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the only thing that like even brings me joy now is like just doing things and like seeing like something like come to fruition or something. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'm like I'm very like impatient these days, I
Yeah. Dude,
guess.
TikTok's even worse, man, because I mean, you post something and I mean, like I posted a video yesterday and it shot up to like 3 million views in like 6
Really.
hours or something. Yeah. And so like it's such like an instant um
Yeah, yeah, you're looking for that instant gratification or
yeah, it
whatever.
kind of is
And
like
then
that.
you want to ride the momentum, you're saying, right?
Oh yeah,
Or
a lot
like
of it's definitely
yeah,
momentum. Uh I mean, because I had like a really big explosion around Christmas where I had been stuck at like 100 to 150,000 on TikTok for a good solid like 2.5, three
right, yeah.
months. And then one day it just, we moved and like, so the TikToks had a lot to do with us moving. And like I went and visited my parents, visited my sister and my brother-in-law. And
Oh, right, yeah.
I think that was just different for TikTok. A lot of people don't see that personal stuff as much. And
Right,
so
yeah.
it's kind of like vlogs almost, you know, but they're really quick. They're like 15, 20 seconds. And so
Yeah,
my
it's just it's the go
I
ahead.
shot up to like a million a million followers in like a month or something.
Really.
Yeah,
Damn.
once I started doing
Yeah,
that
that's
stuff.
I'll have to check out your TikTok after this.
Oh, dude, it's all over the
I'll
place.
see what you're gonna
It'll be me.
do.
It'll be
What was
me.
that?
It'll be me. Because I like to mess with the trolls a lot. You know, they'll say because I'm a short guy. I'm like 5'3".
Right.
So they'll always say like, oh,
Yeah.
you can't reach your desk is taller than you and like stuff like that. So I like make a joke out of it. You know,
Oh yeah. So
and
like
stuff like
yeah,
that.
you're fueling the fire or what do they call it, like troll feeding?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
kind of.
that's just,
Yeah, like I'll have something snarky to say. You know,
yeah.
like
Now like that's always a fun way to look at things, I guess.
yeah, you try to turn
Sure.
it into content. Yeah, you kind of take like their negative stuff and like turn it into like you use it, and then usually you know because of that they're like they don't want to like pick on you as much or they think it's funny. You know,
Yeah.
because
I mean, bro, like if you don't let anything bother you, then like that's like the most dangerous and like stable type of person, the kind that just doesn't let like anything bother them. That's like I don't know, I'm not gonna say nothing bothers me, but I've had to kind of become numb to like a lot of like hate, I feel like, and but I've also had to look at like criticism that I got and like try to like learn from it as well, you know,
yeah,
because sometimes people are out there. I mean, if someone's calling you short, that's just like hate. Um, a lot of times it's like there are people who like have like given us like actual criticism and like I've like had to look at that and like try harder and like try to learn from like my mistakes and I've had to be able to like kind of weed through like what is just like hate and like what is like something that I can use to like make better content.
yeah. I mean
Um,
the problem with TikTok is let's say like a video gets a million views, there'll be like 5,000 comments. And so you go through those comments and a lot of people are saying, you know, hi, or they're just putting like an emoji or something because it's all quick,
right,
you know,
yeah.
it's like all text lingo and stuff. And every once in a while, there'll be somebody who says something like that bothered them or like, you know, criticism or something like that. And I'll respond and they'll be like, oh, I was just kidding, you know, like I didn't think you would respond. So like TikTok is sometimes it feels
Yeah,
like a waste
yeah,
of time.
I know, dude. I've seen that before too, and it's gotten to the point where it's like, if I'm being like honest with you, like I just try not to get into like too many comments or like any of that anymore because it's not even that I'm worried about things bothering me. It's like at this point, I just don't really care, and I just want to make videos for people who enjoy watching them. And if someone doesn't enjoy watching them, they don't have to. And just mind my own business. We're not, you know, not seek controversy, not try to bother anyone, and just try to make something that people enjoy, not giving into the hate.
Yeah. I mean,
Also recognize what you could do better all the time, and like be able to take like criticism is
yeah,
like really
you
important.
definitely got to be able to look at yourself and improve. You know, that's just how you. That's the key is improving always. You know.
Yeah, it's because like, at some point it's like not about like money, it's not about like clout, it's just about like legacy.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
sometimes like if
go ahead. Sorry.
no, I was just saying like if I ever find myself struggling with should I do this or should I make a video on this, whatever, like a lot of times I can just think about like legacy, like is this gonna like be impactful to like people? Are people gonna remember me for this and this? And that's what I kind of use to like base like decision making off of in terms of like content creation because I'll have like YouTubers make videos that's just like like blatant hate and like not providing any like real criticism or like giving like an biased account on like certain things and um a lot of people I feel like in that situation feel the need to respond and do this and like defend themselves and like whatever but at this point it doesn't really matter for us like it's just we've had to learn to keep it only about the content and only about making content for the people who actually enjoy it and the people who actually want to see it.
Yeah.
That's the most important thing you can learn and making any type of content online. The number one thing that you should keep in your mind is that you're never going to make everyone happy.
Yeah. You can't please everyone.
So you shouldn't even try.
Yeah. And I mean, if you focus on trying to please everyone, then you're not gonna be happy because you're changing things for them, not you. You know.
Yeah, bro. If you have 100 negative comments and one good, when you make your next piece of content, think about like making it for that one good comment. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it's you gotta make the people who there's people that are gonna hate you no matter what you do. There's people that are just gonna hate you from the beginning, and there's nothing you can do to like change their mind. So instead of trying to change people's minds and getting people to like you, sometimes you just gotta focus on the people that already like you and
Yeah.
focus on just broadening your audience and not giving in to I don't know. I see it like all the time, like people that like I used to like watch on YouTube, like give into like something that this YouTuber said or this kind of hate, and they'll make like multiple videos on it and like have to like defend their honor and all this shit. And it's like, dude, at the end of the day, what do you want to do? Like, you want to be in petty drama or do you want to make videos?
Yeah, I've had a couple stints of drama, and for me, so the first time I got into drama, it's because I made a video and it was like kind of critiquing another person's joke, and like
Right. Yeah.
I felt I was like I was obviously pointing out that like the joke didn't make sense or something like that because that's stuff that people do on TikTok. They'll like make fun of a
Yeah,
TikTok,
bro.
right?
There's a lot of trash on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like it was very early on, so I didn't really know where I was trying to go with my content. I just know I wanted to change things up. And it was a dumpster fire, man. But there was people who were like, "How dare you?" and stuff like that, and they said I was just trying to chase clout, stuff
Yeah,
like that.
we don't even I know what you mean, and it's like that's like I don't know, that's like a reason why like we try not to like get involved in like anything with like anyone, like
Yeah.
we're not so much looking for collaborations and like writing off like the hard work of others. It's like at the end of the day, we just like making videos, so we want to do anything that's gonna lead us to being able to live lives where we just get to make videos.
Yeah.
I mean, if YouTube says, "Hey, stop doing this," or we're like, "Okay, we'll stop doing that." We just want to make videos, so it's nothing like that is gonna bother us. But for someone like you, it's different, because you're like with the community of like people who like watch you. You probably have like the same people watching you like every time. So I'm sure that sometimes there's kind of like a herd mentality, or sometimes you can be persuaded to think this about this. And I don't know, dude, it's tough. I couldn't do it. I could never like stream or like do any of that, dude, because I feel like sitting there like reading what people are saying all day, I feel like it wouldn't be good for like my mental health.
It could definitely be negative sometimes. Today was I. So today is actually my stepson's birthday. And so like this
Right, yeah.
morning we did all this stuff, we got him like a cake and all that stuff. And we plan on doing some stuff this weekend, but I mean there was people who came in and they were like, "What are you doing like playing games right now? You need to go spend time with your son." And I'm just I stream Monday through
Yeah.
Friday, like
And then there's people who say the opposite. They're like, "Oh shit, like, we're here and, we gave you this platform. You need to like make the it's just, I see that like all the time, dude. Like people like DMing me like, why is it taking so long? I know 8-year-olds with better upload schedules than you. Like that was like an actual DM I got. I'm not like paraphrasing it. And it's just like, damn, bro. Like I'm sitting in my room, like in the dark with like bags under my eyes, staring at this, the thing I've been editing for the past 100 hours, and like this guy who messages me that wants me to sit there and think like, oh shit, like because this guy said that I need to force this upload out. Like, no, that's
Yeah.
not how it is. I'm gonna do the best I can. We don't want to half-ass anything we do. We want to like make like YouTube history like every time, we don't want to like ever start trying to force things because then it's like not fun anymore. Then there's nothing to be
Yeah.
excited about.
Dude, I mean I think the second to last video you guys made just
Right, yeah.
completely exploded, man. And like did that catch you guys off guard, or was that a video that you guys feel like you put a lot more effort into than other ones, or
Not really, bro. I mean, it's just every time we make a video, we want to put more effort into each project than we did to like the last.
it's a good way to
So,
do it.
I mean, that video just ended up being good. I don't know. Sometimes things like sometimes like I'll be like editing something or like Chester would be trying it. We'll just be doing it for a long time, and no matter what we do, it like doesn't hit as hard as we want. That video just happened to hit hard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, even now, it's like, dude, like there's so much anxiety, like working on a project for so long and getting to the point where it's been like a few months and it's like, all right, this project is mainly done. I need to upload this soon. And just having to like sit there, watch it, process it, and ask yourself, like,
Is it done?
is
Is
this
it
good enough?
Yeah.
Like just always questioning, like, is this good enough? You never really know. I mean, especially like I've watched the video thousands of times, the emotional impact it's going to have on me is just like very marginal. Like it's once you spend so much time looking at a single video, it's tough to know like, is this good? You're just going off of your instinct initially, putting it together, and once you've watched it so many times, it's really hard to know. And
Yeah.
and it's just up for like the viewers to decide. And the only thing that we can do is just try to do our best, not be lazy.
Yeah. But I thought the last one you guys posted was just as good, if not better. So I think you guys are on the right track.
I Yeah, I think I don't know. We're like really hard on ourselves. So like if something doesn't perform as good, it kind of hurts a little bit, but like I mean, it still performed very well actually. I think it's like number 3 of our last 10 uploads, but I'm just hoping that, people like that the project that we're gonna have coming out soon, and that's just been the source of all of my anxiety, just whether or not people are gonna like it, whether or not people are gonna watch it and be like, damn, like no one on YouTube has done this before. It's just about making history, man.
Yeah. I've definitely hyped up.
Yeah, we did get like sometimes I guess things just happen to look better and sound better, and we just get luckier and just end up turning out like better.
Yeah.
The Tommy video just ended up like, I mean, there's just like nothing different about the creative process. Actually, what it was is the only thing different I would say about that video is I was like breaking up with like someone I was dating at the time, and like took like all that like sorrow and like pain, and like all like that anger and shit, and I just like put it into that project. I just really kind of like tried as hard as I could and just try to use all the emotions I had and put them into the project.
Well, there you go. You just got to find a chick, make sure she's crazy
Yeah.
so she ruins your life, and then you
You
break
gotta
up with her. And good video.
you got you gotta be a walking poem, you know what I'm saying? Like you want to be a walking poem. You don't want to be someone with no depth, right?
Yeah.
And you gotta, I mean, I've like I remember at the time, like when I was going through that too, like um I was talking to my attorney and I was like, yeah, like it sucks. Like I was like kind of like very sad like over that, and he's like, oh well, what are you gonna do? Just like sit there and cry about it? I was like, damn, bro, like that just made me that just made
Yeah.
me just realize I've just been wasting my time feeling sad about any of this. Like I need to focus on what's important, and I've just needed to constantly remind myself, like, it's just always just has to stay focused on the content. That's like the most important thing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, people come to my streams all the time, and they'll be like, Danny, I'm not doing so well. You know, my girlfriend I've been dating for 6 months just dumped me, and and I'm like, dude, like now you got more time to focus on yourself, dude. Like, start going to the gym.
It's a blessing in disguise, and that's like the strongest type of person there is. Someone who can like take that like the negative energy that they feel from like something that made them sad and like turn it into some form of art. That's like the best thing I can like think of. That's like the most like fulfilling way to handle that energy, I guess.
Yeah.
I want everyone else to feel how I feel, like I don't know. I don't think it's that deep. Let's pretend that it is.
Yeah. No, that's interesting, man. That does make sense. You got all this stuff going on, and just kind of like put all that passion into this project, and look what happened, dude.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the time is limited. Time you have a finite amount of time. One day it's going to be out. You gotta use it in the best way you can to make as much history as you can.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, so when I got out and decided to try and do something in the industry, I had actually, while I was doing deployments to LA, because the air station there had closed, so they had us going down there for like 2 weeks at a time, kind of like firefighters, where it was like 24 hours on, 24 hours off.
Right. Yeah.
I met a lot of people doing like jujitsu stuff like that, and there was obviously, being LA, a lot of people that do film and TV stuff, and so it kind of just inspired me. I was like, you know what? If I want to do this, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get out and go pursue this.
Yeah, and I mean, it's fun, man. I can't think of a more fulfilling job, right?
It's definitely one of those jobs where if you're not passionate about it, like it shows. Like if you don't really care about it, definitely shows. And then I was supposed to have a job as a production assistant. You know what that is, right? Where like you're basically just everybody's bitch. That guy running around getting coffee for people. And so when
AKA Chester,
Chester's the coffee guy.
I don't know. Yeah. So go on. Yes.
No, you're fine. It's funny. So when COVID caused the industry to shut down, and I started doing this stuff, and then I saw this stuff kind of start to pay the bills, I had to make that decision when everything opened back up. Like, do I want to go be a coffee bitch, or do I want to like be in charge of my own time and do this stuff? And so I decided to do this stuff. And so I definitely feel like I feel like it was the right decision for sure. But
yeah, dude, that's like the best way it can be, if you get to work in like your house, and like your entire like life is based off of decisions that you can make. Like, hey, I want to work today. Hey, I don't want to work today. I'm going to do this today. Well, if you're responsible for all those decisions, and there's like no one who can like tell you what to do, that's like the best thing you can imagine.
Yeah,
it really doesn't get better than that.
It's the complete opposite of the military, that's for sure. I was just literally doing what everybody told me to do. And so it definitely, I feel like that also adds to the whole, when you're relaxing, you feel like you should be doing something. I feel like if I'm not working, I feel like I should have something to do, because usually somebody always had something next for me to do,
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I always worked really bad jobs. I was like just literally washing dishes and like cooking eggs. And like I just kept quitting jobs because I was like, I'm gonna focus on YouTube. And I would like really, really try, and it just like wouldn't work. And then I had to get another job, and then ended up quitting that one, and then trying to focus on YouTube, and then I had to get another one. And this was like all while in like college and stuff. And then one day I quit another job, and I was like, damn, like I'm really I really just got to like commit to this, and like just completely focus like on this, and just live broke for a while, and like that's fine.
Yeah. So,
you gotta build you gotta build up whatever you can. It takes a while. It's not an overnight thing.
So did you actually get a degree? Like, did you finish college? Or so I never went to college.
Yeah, I actually finished in like an associates. I was like 15 credit hours from like my BS. Um, and then like they wanted me to do like an internship or something like that. I was like, yeah, like that's like kind of weird, you know, like that was like one of the requirements. And I'm like, dude, like just in like the sense, like that in a monetary sense, that didn't make any sense for me to do that.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, like I'm like kind of like, I don't
College
know, this
college
this
is
like
weird,
isn't for
man.
me.
I definitely feel like college is not, it's not what it used to
It's
be, you know?
it's college is good for teaching you how to stay organized, and it's good for teaching you how to get work done. But other than that, dude, I mean, I even have like a lot of my friends because like I said, like I had like 15 credit hours. That's like one semester when I stopped going. And I had like friends that like went on and like work as like engineers now, like immediately after like graduated, they like started jobs working at whatever kind of places. And like most of that stuff that you learn is like completely irrelevant to um whatever you're going to end up doing in like engineering. Especially, I mean, there's a ton of stuff that you learn that's just completely useless to whatever job you're going to have, and I'm sure a lot of it's important, but um college is more like, just like you could say, like you know, you're in the military, you probably have better like work ethic than like most people because you're used to like having to do things and having to get like a lot of work done. So that's the same thing with college. Like you're learning how to like get things done, you're learning how to keep organized, you're learning how to prepare for things, you're learning how to present things.
Yeah.
um like I still think it's a good thing. Like, you know, I don't regret it at all, and I would say that it helps shape you as a person. And just like washing dishes and working minimum wage jobs and breaking down on the side of the highway for years and years builds character as well, you know? Makes you
Yeah.
not want to go back to those times at all.
Yeah, it definitely
And
motivates you.
it makes you a little bit conservative in terms of your finances and stuff as well, you know? That
Yeah.
it's you know, I was like pretty broke, dude, you know, like I know what it's like to be like very like poor and like not have like money for like food, and like wondering like, am I going to be able to like feed myself, you know? Like I've been through that like struggle, and it's like all that stuff is just like motivating. It builds like a lot of character. And I'm sure, you know, whatever with what I went through, what you went through was worse because you had probably people yelling at you all the time during all that, you know?
Kinda. I mean, so I would say one of the things that kind of rubbed off on me is I did helicopter search and rescue. So it was always the idea of like, you know, I was a mechanic on the helicopters, and then I
Right,
also
yeah.
flew and like went to go save people lost at sea. So in my the pressure was always, you know, you're working on the helicopter, somebody's gonna go fly on this. If you don't do a good job, it could fall out of the sky, or you
Right,
know,
yeah.
you're going to go look for somebody. Every minute counts because they could be getting hypothermia or, you know, drowning, you know, out there.
Exactly, yeah.
So I feel like I still have kind of that mentality where like everything needs to be done like
It needs to be
you,
done by this time
yeah,
as
not by
well.
this
Oh,
time, but like
shit.
I feel driven to like get things done, you know. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, dude. Like, I feel like, you know, and there's part of me that believes that like you have to be a certain type of person to like do like, you know, to like make money on social media and like make a career out of it, or like, you know, anything, making any type of content. Like, there's part of me that believes you have to be a certain type of person, but the other part of me just thinks it's all just due to how much you're willing to dedicate yourself
yeah,
to
uh,
whatever you're trying to do. And
what
and the number one thing I see too is like people can't take like criticism. You know, I see that like a lot, like smaller YouTubers or like people on like TikTok or something, they can't like deal with like the criticism, and they're not even so much dealing with the criticism, but they can't learn from like their mistakes. It's like the number one thing, learning from your mistakes. Able to say like you do a stream and you're like, oh, like I had like 3,000 people watching this stream, but then like I started doing this and this many people left or something like that. It's just like about assessing the numbers and just like knowing when you went wrong, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, right now I'm kind of at like a interesting point with the streams because like TikTok is still doing like pretty damn decent, you know. I'm still growing. Um but like I try to do things to like celebrate milestones, and so I I plan on doing like a 24-hour stream, you know. Those are like really crazy. You stay up for 24 hours playing video games,
Yeah,
you know.
right, yeah.
But the streams have definitely kind of like dipped down recently, and I'm still trying to figure out like, is it just because people got like school finals right now and stuff? It's like a recent thing, you know? Or is it like my content isn't pushing people over enough, you know? Stuff like that,
I
but
don't know, man.
it's hard to
You
like
gotta
figure
be
out.
you gotta just be experimental, you know.
For sure.
You can never be like too afraid to like take risks, dude. Because I even see like YouTubers that like I used to watch or whatever that like did a certain type of content that at the time was good, but then after a while it got like played out, and like they just kept doing it and trying
Yeah,
to like ride out the train. And I feel like sometimes you just got to try new things and be as experimental as possible. And like,
for
who
sure.
knows, maybe you won't always work out, but at least like you tried. It's
Yeah.
better to try something than just sit on your ass and not do anything at all.
Yeah, for
The way
sure.
I think about it, at least.
Yeah, but that's when I feel like I always say that a big thing is like I try not to get comfortable, because I feel like when I get comfortable, that's when I get lazy, and
Yeah, yeah,
I don't try to improve
yeah.
as much, you know.
Exactly. That's
So
completely true. And I'm sure, you probably know just as much as me. You've worked for as long as I have, if not even more years than I have. So it sounds like you're doing pretty well though, dude, if you're able to make money off TikTok. I mean, I never figured out how to do that, I never really tried to do that, but
tell him, man, if
yeah,
you want to, it's just like a simple thing. It's like a switch. You just turn it on. I can help you.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to it. We'll get to it at some time. It's gonna take a couple of weeks to get to there. Got to finish the current project first,
Yeah.
before I can go into the settings and hit enable. Um, yeah. All right, man. Well, yeah, I should probably head out like
Oh
now
yeah,
because
it's been
been
an
a
hour
long
and a
day.
half,
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, it's
but I
almost
hope you have
10:30.
some things. Unless you want to go over any more questions.
No, man, I feel like we had a good talk, man. I feel like we got to know each other a little bit, you know. Um,
Yeah,
I
if you have like, I don't know, hopefully you get something from that. And a lot of it's just me talking about like nonsense. So it's gonna
no,
be
yeah,
you might need to take you a little bit of editing.
maybe you can come back on a little farther down the road after that next project comes out. We could talk about
Yeah,
stuff like that, you
yeah,
know.
We'll see if people like it first. We'll see if people
I'm
like it
excited,
first.
man.
But
I think it's gonna be good. We'll see.
I was thinking that me and Chester wanted to do something where like we did a reaction to like our content or something like that. Like we thought about doing that before. Like I feel like people would watch that, like us reacting to our own videos, because like I see videos where people like react to our videos and they'll get like millions of views, and I'm like, damn, like what if we reacted to our own videos,
I
Then like
maybe
even then like,
I don't know if I don't know if like reacting to your own content would be the way to go. Maybe like reacting to other people reacting. So like you see like what they comment on. So
I
that
don't
would be
know, man.
funny.
Yeah, I think maybe I feel like maybe that might be a little bit too much. Yeah,
Reaction
I don't
inception,
know.
bro. Like you're just
We'll see. All right,
yeah, I
man.
don't
Well, I
know.
appreciate it.
Yeah, dude.
Let
Keep
me let
killing
me
it.
let me know whenever it's posted. Let me know if you need anything. If you need to refilm any parts or anything like that, just let me know. Okay, man. You got my number.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for sure. I appreciate it, man. Thanks again for being on. Thanks for taking the time to do it.
Okay. All right, Danny. I appreciate it, man.
All right, man. Take care,
All
Parker.
right, peace.